Let's play another jump into Murders at Karlov Manor match with our Scrappy Battalion deck. Small creatures plus Battalion that is attacking with 3 or more creatures. Very synergistic. Let's see what we're gonna face. The opponent goes first. We've got a 2 and a 3 drop and a removal, though we don't have any black mana. It still sounds pretty good. Let's keep it. Though the herring does decrease in value when you're going second. We drew removal. The opponent passes. They might be holding a counter spell, so I'd rather they counter the herring than the agent. They don't, but they do have some instant speed. Interaction, could it be the return to my hand? We'll see. Will they fire it off? They don't, they just take it. Esper Collars. They do play blocker for our herring, which means that unfortunately we're going to have to sacrifice it. But let's attack anyway, see if we can fool them into thinking we have a combat trick. No, they do block, so we're sacrificing it. Hopefully we'll draw a tapped land. We don't. Let's play our planes and pass. We really need that black mana now. So the opponent is playing a detective deck. What's their second? Okay, their second archetype is the small creatures, just like us. So we'll play the Insight Source and pass, hoping to draw that black mana soon. The opponent plays their own Insight Source and triggers it twice. Okay, I guess that's enough for a scoop. We're too far behind and no black mana. We're just gonna scoop and try again. After all, this is a casual format. There's no disadvantage in just scooping and going to the next one, so we can achieve two wins and get that nice box. Actually, that nice bag of loot. Actually, we gotta make 3 wins, but nevertheless, let's try to make it quick. If we feel like we're too far behind, we'll just scoop and go to the next one. The opponent goes first. We have a 2-drop, but no white mana, and white mana is the main color in our deck. We also got 2 5-drops. Well, since there's a free mulligan, let's just take it. And now we have all 3 colors of mana. But unfortunately, our curve doesn't look very good. But since we're going second, we've got removal. We can hold down the fort until we draw our more expensive cards and curve out. The opponent also black-white. Will they remove our Gorehound? They don't. They use Soul Search. They take away our opponent is maybe reading the cards. They're not sure what to take. They take her from the shadows. Excellent. We draw a 2-drop. Oh, I see. So they wanted the Spirit token. Makes sense. That was a great choice. We draw Lightning Helix. We'll keep it on top. Though since we need more mana, perhaps we should have discarded it. We gotta get to 5 mana ASAP, and we have no turn 3 play. Perhaps that was a bad choice. The opponent finds our herring, gains 2 life. We're hoping to remove whatever they play this turn. They do play a card we can remove. Let's just fire off. We draw land, but we still gotta draw another one next turn if we're going to play our 5 drops. If the opponent plays another disguised creature, we do have the mana for the ward. They're looking at our graveyard. Their disguised creature was the Foreign Familiar. They're gonna attack. They keep looking at our graveyard. Do they have any cards that interact with our graveyard? Okay, we'll fire the Lightning Helix and hope we draw another land. We do. So we'll play the Vigilante, put a counter on the Warhound, and smash. And hopefully the opponent won't have interaction for Vigilante, so we'll be able to trigger Battalion next turn. The opponent is stuck on 3 lands. Hopefully we'll be able to trigger our Vigilante again on the Warhound. They seem to be in a bad spot. Perhaps they have no playable cards. Did they just quit? They're not moving their mouse. Perhaps they just closed the game and quit. Okay, that's probably what they did. So let's just finish this off. This would be an awesome attack. We would trigger both the Battalion and the Vigilante. And the opponent's probably going to explode now. Not yet. We could trigger our synergy and pass. Will they explode now? Okay, the opponent is back. Whatever happened? They played Long Goodbye on our Hound. And Scoop. Maybe they took a bathroom break. And that's victory number 2. We just need one more for our bag of goodies. Time for our next Jumpstart match with our Scrappy Battalion deck. Okay, the opponent goes first, but we do have all 3 colors of mana, a 1-drop, no 2-drop, but this is probably a keep. Giving suspect to the Watchdog sounds like a great way to help it get through. Because unfortunately, its body is too small. The opponent surveils 2. Throws out 2 cards, so they are in a Slime Against Humanity deck. Seems to be very popular. We do draw our 2-drop, which is excellent. Suspecting the herring is also another way of taking advantage of the fact that it attacks every turn. The opponent attacks. Plays a 0-3. So yeah, I think we are suspecting the herring. The Watchdog doesn't have to attack along. So yes, let's suspect the herring. Makes a lot of sense. Play their first slime. This unfortunately means that the opponent can double block profitably our herring. What should we do? Having to sacrifice it is such a pain. We cannot kill this slime with the K's. It seems like either we gotta give up our herring or sacrifice it. I guess we're sacrificing it. The opponent is on the play, so we gotta win by cards and not by pressure. The opponent attacks with the slime, we will take 3. We play Chalk Outline, so they probably have synergies with Graveyard. They still don't have any creatures in the graveyard to collect evidence with the Whisperer, but this is starting to get in the danger zone. So we should get 3 creatures on the battlefield ASAP. So we'll probably play the Watchdog this turn. The next turn we play the Insight Source and the Case, killing the Whisperer. Our dog. Fortunately for us, the Insight Source makes 2 tokens. Now, we obviously don't want the opponent to trigger their Chalk Outline, so we won't ever trade for the Marbrick. We play another Slime. So let's stick to the plan. The opponent's probably applying too much pressure for us. Don't know if we can hold it. If they trigger their chalk outline, we're in a bad spot. They're looking at, at their graveyard. They probably have some great form of graveyard interaction, either removing or returning to hand. Slimes Against Humanity with the graveyard deck is probably the best synergy they could get. For example, they used the Surveil to get the Slimes into the graveyard. Okay, they use Bite Down on Prime with... Okay, this is probably scooped for us. The opponent is out of control. Let's try again, see if we can get this bag of goodies. So we'll take the free mulligan. We've just got one color in hand. Okay, we got all three colors, despite having just a double color land. That should be enough. We're on the place, so we'll be able to take advantage of the herring. But probably playing the Guardian first will result in more damage along the way. Okay, so playing the herring won't achieve much. Should we play the agent? I usually prefer saving those creatures for when the opponent is low on cards. Makes more sense. Another Slime Against Humanity's deck seems to be very popular. Let's play the Vampire, buff the Herring, and smash. They double block. We'll kill the slime. Heartbreak. Might find some slimes to put in the graveyard. They don't, fortunately for us. Plays another slime. We could play the agent so we can attack with the vampire and use Soul Search. Since the opponent is getting low on cards, I guess it's time to fire off our discard. Again, exiling the Slimes Against Humanity doesn't achieve much, though It does take them out of one creature. Well, we'll take out the Ace probably and let them decide if they want to discard the slime or the creature. They discard the slime. Things will get spicy once we get to 7 mana, because we'll be able to activate the vampire. They surveil and will play their creature face down probably. They play it face up and attack with this lime and the vampire. If we play the watchdog now, it won't do much. So, guess we'll play the Insight Source, trigger the vampire twice, trigger the guardian twice, and smash. I don't think it's worth it buffing our ground creatures. Let's just attack here. We're slowly draining the opponent. They're at 7 life. They attack with the slime and the Marverick. Do we want to trade? Next turn, when we play the Watchdog, we'll have excellent attacks, so I don't think we want to trade. We'll just take 4. It's not like we're low on life. Play a Rope and equip the Scoundrel. Okay, that's not... They now have an excellent blocker. Is the Vampire Detective? It's not. So we'll just play the Watchdog and pass. And if we draw land next turn, we'll start being able to have the threat of activation for the Vampire. So for now, just play the dog and pass. Hopefully, we'll find removal. They don't attack. We do draw removal, but it cannot kill the Scoundrel. We can't activate the Vampire yet. I don't think there's any way we can have a profitable attack, so we're gonna wait for our 7th land to activate the Vampire, and we'll just pass for now. Perhaps they found removal for the Vampire. They did, unfortunately. And because the Scoundrel costs 4 mana, we cannot kill it with the Goodbye. So that plan has gone down the drain. We'll have to find another way to cross the finish line. If you kill the onlooker, they'll make two bat tokens, which is much worse. We're hoping for an Aurelia, perhaps. If the opponent attacks with the Scoundrel, this will be very profitable for us. They do. If they re-equip any other creature, then we can kill it with the Goodbye. So we'll just take it, and this is the opportunity we've been waiting for a counter attack. Well, it doesn't matter exactly when we trigger. Let's just do it now. Now we drew our 7th land, but we don't have... But it doesn't matter. We'll just smash with all creatures. And the opponent is dead. Awesome. Time to open our bag of cosmetics. So what do we get? Card style, not the most exciting cosmetic, but we had a lot of fun playing with this deck. Hello, welcome to another Murders at Karlov Manor video. Today we won't be drafting. Instead, we'll be playing Jump In midweek Magic. And here is our first choice. We could choose Scrappy, which is probably the 2 or less power archetype. Disguised, which the name says really well what it's about. Or Slime Against Humanity. Honestly, I think it's too much of a meme. Might be fun, but my personal favorite is probably Scrappy. And now, how do we complement it? Well, Battalion seems to make most sense because it has one of the colors. Forensics also has a color in common, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Small creatures with go wide seems to have a lot of synergy. Okay, so let's see what the deck looks like. Let's separate. Oh, there are no filters. So let's see. We've got a 1-drop, 2 1-drops. Nice, they're not bad. We've got a case, pretty strong, removal and buffing our creatures. This is an excellent 2-drop as well, serviceable, very good removal. Well, not bad for a 2-drop, an aggressive 2-drop, perfect. Well, this is a card I wish we didn't have, but we're gonna play it anyway. Dogwalker, excellent for this archetype. Lightning Helix, great removal. Okay, Delny is going to synergize with our Power 2 or less theme, though I don't think it's that strong unless you've got a lot of creatures to trigger an additional time. Could be nice with the Agent, the Dogwalker, although it doesn't have 2 or less power. So yeah, I don't know if we can make great use of her, but at least given our creatures some kind of evasion seems nice. Insight Source, excellent 3-drop and synergizes both with the go wide and small creatures theme. Excellent removal, very good 3-drop with flying and lifelink. This obviously synergizes with our small creatures. This one too, though I'm not sure how strong they actually are. This is a great payoff for going wide. This is fine as a 5-drop. Ooh, Aurelia, now you're talking. This is one of the best payoffs for going wide. Meddling Youths also fine. And unfortunately, we've got a Defenestrated Phantom, which is one of the worst commons in the set, but very much we can. And our split of lands might give us some trouble, but again, in this format, we can't do anything but play with the cards we open, and let's see if we can win. Right, opening hand, not awesome. We do actually have a free mulligan in this format, but considering we have all colors, some removal, and a 1-drop, I think we'll keep. There's a Hedge Whisperer. Won't be any trouble until the late game, and we can kill it. But would cost us 4 mana. Is the opponent mono green? Maybe they are in the slime deck. Opponent passes. We could take a peek at their hand. Seems like a reasonable choice. They've got, yes, indeed, they have got Slime Against Humanity. It does count exiled cards, so exiling is not much of an advantage here. It might be helping them, actually. Removal and a Gardener. We'll probably get the removal and a token, so it's a good choice. Hopefully we'll use the Surveyor to our advantage. Okay, I'll keep it. And attack with Menace. Next turn, is the Gardener. MTGA makes sure we know it's the Gardener. Or maybe not, they might have... Well, I don't know how actually MTGA deals with that. We cannot attack with our dog, or else get eaten by the face down card. We'll just attack with the Spirit, pay the Agent, Surveil, and discard a card. They exile their combat trick. Long goodbye. Yeah, could be interesting against the Whisperer or the Slimes. They do play their first line, and they're gonna probably flip. Yes, they do. Do they have a second color? They do. So maybe their secondary archetype is the Disguise deck. Well, very much we can do. So we'll just attack with the Spirit and pass. Maybe we'll kill some creature they play, or maybe we'll kill the Hedge Whisperer. They do make another slime. Now a 3/3 and a Tunnel Tipster. Do we want to kill any of their creatures? We absolutely want to kill the Whisperer. The Hound is helping us surveil. And we'll be able to attack next turn, so I don't think we should trade. We'll just kill the Whisperer for now, and play the Youths next turn and make a clue. So let's take 4 damage. And let's kill the Whisperer on their pass. This way the Hound can attack and trade for the Tipster if they wish to double block. Savior will keep us healthy in the race. Great pick. Take it. Play another slime. Attack with their creatures. We'll take it all. And then the Savior. Makeshift Binding can also help us keep healthy. But for now, if they want to double block, I'm fine with that. And I'll give lifelink to the Youth. Okay, the Vampire can help us also gain some life. They don't block, so the lifelink will bite them in the ass. Because maybe they're thinking they'll be able to out-aggro us. 6 mana, what could it be? Don't know why they tapped the Tipster, and the opponent scoops. Lifelink definitely came unexpected to them.